The private IR session for Hangjam investors will begin shortly when everyone enters. Yes, everyone has entered, and we will begin. Greetings, my name is Minu Lee, and me and my colleagues are going to introduce you about our company, Hangjam. Before we start, have you ever heard of Korean old saying, 사촌이 땅을 사면 배가 아프다? It means that when someone close to you earn money, it will make you jealous. But this seems to be a really old saying that nowadays buying stock rather than land will make you even jealous. This implies that stock market has skyrocketed crazily nowadays that anyone who enters this market will definitely earn money. As you can see at the chart that we have presented, this phenomenon helps households to increase their wealth, or is it really a wealth? If not, it strongly implies that we are in asset bubble situation, especially in stock market. Asset bubble is market prices when market prices in some sectors increase over time and trade far higher than fundamentals would suggest. And while this madness caused, when bubbles eventually pop, they tend to leave economic pain in their wake, including recession or even depression. As you can see on the graph, when every bubble pops, there comes recession. Then the question is, how does our government to react to this phenomenon? The answer is simple, the quantitative easing. Quantitative easing when government increases the money supply by using debts. But their ability to perform it in the future is questionable. As you can see on the chart, their debt ratio has gone up uncontrollable. So there comes the doubt, whether we are in a bubble situation or not at the first place. The conventional finance claims that market is efficient at all times, that price perfectly reflects its fundamentals and information. With this simple research by comparing 8 top penny stocks and 8 top market cap size companies. After coronavirus has struck US economy, return of penny stocks tripled that of big-sized companies regardless of fundamentals. This phenomenon has been caused by bored and unemployed investors investing regardless of fundamentals, focusing on momentum and stock price. In conventional market, arbitrageurs were able to adjust the price to its values. However, as the arbitrageurs were outnumbered by the irrational investors, they were left with no choice but to go along with this irrational and positive momentum. So, to sum up, the anomaly that we are targeting is the novice investors who are the new creator of the bubble. Before we talk about this anomaly in our company, we need a basic understanding of the psychological bias that are causing this anomaly, which my colleague, Won-Seok Choi, will introduce.
We exploit 3 behavior biases that retail investors, especially novice investors, exhibit this year. First is sort of overconfidence. People want to believe their trade success is more attributed to their skills rather than luck. However, Meyer found in his research that 89% of individual investors have negative skills, meaning their skills are unlikely to generate profits. For example, as you see in the stock performance of Freeport-McMoran, you will see constant, strong, and positive momentum since its crash in March. This is not a skill, but a mere luck you encounter in this equity market. However, unfortunately, novice investors want to believe they have great skills in picking good stocks. Next is what we call suspicion of disbelief. It is a tendency to dismiss logic and accept unlikely propositions. Simply, you don't accept something even though you know that it's true or highly likely. If you're a fan of Marvel Studio, you might recall how Mysterio makes people believe false images created by millions of drones in the air. You know that it's not true, but you cannot stop believing in that illusion. This chart shows how much bubble has been created among stocks popular with retail investors. The problem is, they simply don't accept this evident fact and creates more bubble in equity markets. Last thing is local representative bias, and we focus on buy the dip phenomenon. When stock price drops, novice investors don't care whether it's due to bankruptcy filing or a simple random walk. For them, it is just a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Yet, if this buy the dip phenomenon occurs in a collective manner, it becomes another force for soaring prices. For example, Hertz stock plunged in late May as it filed for bankruptcy, but in a few days, novice investors raised the price significantly. They thought this would definitely bounce back, and this is an opportunity. Buy the dip becomes more notable these days, and it supports high prices and creates more volatility in the markets. Having said those, we increase value, not price. Our mission is to provide a new investing platform that pursues both individual profits and public well-being. We help clients to acknowledge their skills objectively and prevents bubble through proper stock recommendations.
Considering our mission and vision, we decided that a mobile trading system would be a perfect product to address the anomalies once I've mentioned. Our product addresses the anomalies by exploiting or correcting the behavioral biases. The solution include the bubble seeker, luck detector, special discount, and the level system. After briefly giving information about each solution, Jinsu and I will explain the 4 solutions in detail. As it can easily be seen from the name, the bubble seeker provides investors information about the bubbles formed in the market by comparing certain indexes. The luck detector is a service that tells investors whether their total return attributes to luck or skill. Special discount is a function that shows stocks in their dip with a discount tag, which will boost the anomaly of investors buying the dip. And the level system is a function that puts limitations on investors who are carelessly speculating. So let's move on to the first solution, the bubble seeker. As mentioned before, the bubble seeker compares each stock's certain indexes such as PBR, PSR, or PER with the markets and its peers, giving users the idea of whether there is a bubble formed regarding the stock price. The graph on the image was simply created by drawing a line representing the time series PBR data. On the bottom part of the mock screen, the bubble is also represented as an image of a person, which was designed based on the famous phrase, buy at the knee, sell at the shoulder, giving an intuitive understanding of the bubble even to novice investors. By using the bubble seeker, users would be able to cleverly find out where to invest and where not to invest. The second solution is the luck detector, which distinguishes whether the return an investor made was based on luck or his or her skill. Fama French Carhart 4-factor model is used when calculating the proportion of luck and skill. The distinguishing steps are as follows. First, using the model, momentum of a stock is measured. Then, the beginning point of the momentum change is found out. Next, if the investor invested in a stock at an early stage of the change momentum, it is regarded as his or her skill. However, if the investor invested in a stock later than the early stage, it is regarded as luck. By using the luck detector, users would be able to escape from the illusion of luck, being able to protect him or herself from the self-serving bias, which often leads investors to make loss. What about other features, Jinsu?
Well, definitely those are not the only solutions that we prepared. I will continue to introduce the rest of our solution. The third solution is special discount. Here, based on the bubble seeker, we assume the PBR or PSR of the peer groups as the stock's PBR or PSR, and show the difference between the current price and the wipe price. We show this difference in the form of special discount so that our users can easily buy the dip. We also try to prevent our users from buying a stock simply by comparing with peers, by showing the level of bubbles in that industry. Through this product, investors can buy cheap stocks by comparing prices more intuitively and also avoid products with too high bubbles. Our last solution is to apply level system. Applying level system will limit the novice investors who cannot fulfill certain criteria from investing in too risky products, such as option kind of derivatives. Also, we show investors about their return and financial knowledge based on percentile. Thus, they can easily know where they are, and it helps reducing their overconfidence. Additionally, they can get some point and compensation by studying financial knowledge. This makes our users learn investment in a more enjoyable way. Some might think that our solutions are too simple. But there is a saying, simple is best. As we prepared to launch this product, we analyzed many cases. From now on, I will show some evidence supporting our idea. First, look at the graph. The first graph shows the PBR graph of Nature Cell's peer and co-stock. It shows extreme bubble in nature cell. Next graph shows that after the period where it had extreme bubble, CAR plummeted dramatically. This is one of a clear evidence. Our users can respond preemptively before the bubble bursts, using this information. Below graph shows the PBR graph of MSO2 Tech, its peers, and Kosdaq. It shows that MSO2 Tech has too low PBR comparing with its peer group and Kosdaq. However, next graph shows that after the period where it had no bubble in 2018, CAR soared dramatically. It's also one clear evidence that undervalued stock could be an opportunity and the reason why we launched special discount service. Now our IR session ends. We figured out the anomaly about new bubble created by irrational novice investors and investigated why this happened. And based on our analysis about biases and our company's vision, we create this item. With this item, we increase value, not price. Thank you for attending.
All right, that was the end of what we prepared today. And now we are going to address some questions asked during the session. Okay, so the first question is PBR the right choice to figure out bubble? Since bubble is unpredictable by its nature, can Hangjam be sure whether PBR alone could sort out bubble? Okay, that was a very good question. As you mentioned, we also believe that judging whether the stock price is in a bubble or not is a complicated process, since the indexes such as PBR might not be a great factor to refer for a certain industry or a company for seeking bubble. That is, depending on the industry or the company features, a certain index alone would not surely tell the existence of bubble. That is why we provide other indexes such as PSR, PER, ROE, or etc., so that the investors can use each figures with their own views about the industry and the company. Also, if a new ratio such as PDR is invented in the market, we would update our service as soon as possible to provide our users a timely service. I hope that helped. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Due to the regulations and limitations of buying certain products caused by the level system, shouldn't your users lose interest in using the platform? For this question, we again want to emphasize our mission first. Part of our mission is to help clients to face their abilities objectively. So even if some of the market segment is not pleased with not being able to make risky investments using our platform, we believe that in the long run, customers, especially the novice investors, would be satisfied by the initial protection they were given from the level system. Also, in another way, the level system would motivate investors to learn better investment knowledge and to perform better. So we believe that it will help our customers. Okay, due to time limit, this would be the final question. Korean trading platform competition is fierce. Why would investors choose this platform over others? Okay. This would lead to talking about our marketing plans, I guess. We cannot reveal every plan right now, but marketing events such as random stock boxes or other fun features that can differentiate our platform from competitors are prepared. So we strongly believe that we have relative strengths in competition. Okay, so now we'll wrap up the session. For further inquiries, this is our company mail and number, so feel free to leave any questions if you have. And for the last,
We
Increase
Value.
not price. Thank you for your participation. We were Hangjam.